Okay, welcome to this video on WordPress configuration. This is going to be pretty quick. There's not going to be a whole lot going on, but this is going to be your dashboard, and mine's going to look a little bit different than yours because I do have things uploaded here on this new blog that I'm creating. But if you want to go down, and we're going to start right here with settings, and you just hover over settings, and we have general, writing, reading, discussion, media, permalinks, some add-ons that I've put in there, XML sitemap. So let's just go start with the general. You're not going to have XML sitemap, all-in-one favicon, Google Analytics, or Power Pinger. Those are going to be plugins that I'll show you in the next video. So let's start with general, and I'll go through that. Okay, general settings. You're going to have your site title. Mine is Pro Blogging Course. Tagline, Blogging Made Easy. Of course, this is going to be different. This is going to depend on whatever niche that you're going to be blogging about. You're going to want to put here. The next one, your WordPress address URL, site address is already going to be in there, as you can see if you're following along. Okay, next is you're going to put your email address. It's used for admin purposes like new user notifications. So I use Gmail for this account. Membership, if you have a membership site, this is going to be a check mark where anyone can register. New user default role. If you're going to be having users, you're going to have subscriber, administrator, editor, author, contributor, and premise member is actually a add-on that you need to purchase, which you won't have access to right now. So normally you're going to be the administrator. You can assign somebody to be an editor, an author, and then a contributor is people like guest blogging that contribute to the content of the blog. Then you're going to want to go down, find your time zone. There's a whole bunch of stuff. Pick the best one. I'm over in Pacific time, so LA, Los Angeles was the closest to my time. Alright, date format, pretty simple. Time format, again, simple. What week do you want, or what day of the week do you want your week to start on? Go ahead and save changes. And next we'll go visit writing. So the general settings is pretty self-explanatory. I don't want to emphasize too much on it just because it's just simple stuff. So let's go down to writing. Okay, you have writing settings, formatting, convert emotions like yada yada to graphics on display. Sure, WordPress should correct invalidly nested XHTML automatically. This will automatically be unchecked, and I'm not going to go into that. Just keep that unchecked. Default post category. If you're writing post, this will be the default post category that it'll post to. If not, you can manually change it. As you can see, I have 3 categories so far. Okay, your mail server, login name, password, default mail category. This is just generic stuff, and I honestly don't use it. But to post to WordPress by email, you got to set up a secret email account with POP3 access. So that means any mail received to this address will be posted. So it's a good idea to keep this address very secret. Here are 3 random strings you could use, yada yada. Okay, yours will be different, but you can use these because it'll be completely unique. Update services. So when you publish a new post, WordPress automatically notifies the following site update services. Okay. Right now you're going to see Ping-O-Matic, alright, but you can go and find other services like I have. and just put them in here. Okay, and then go ahead, and what that does is when you publish a new post, it's pinging it, so it's letting the search engines know that you've created a new post, so it just creates a little bit faster indexing is all. And go ahead and save changes. Next we'll go to reading. Alright, reading settings. So your front page displays either your latest post or a static page. That's your choice. I have a static page. My front page is the home, and my post page is the blog. So if you were in the navigational menu and you clicked on blog, you would see a list of all my posts. Blog pages show at most 10 posts per page. Syndication feeds show the most 10 items. That's pretty default, but you can go ahead and change that if necessary. For each article in a feed, you can show full text or just a summary. Alright, this I would definitely stay away from. This is search engine visibility. So if you had a page that you wanted to discourage search engines from indexing this site, you know, you can click that, but really that's not really what we're trying to do here. We definitely want search engines to know that we're live and index our sites. Alright, your robots.txt file. Mine's a little different than yours. This is kind of custom. But this is basically, robots text file is a file that you can disallow bots, you know, like a Google bot, to come and crawl. So I don't want them crawling my or indexing my WordPress content plugins, admin includes, trackback, or the CGI bin. Okay, and I did put in user agent Googlebot allow right here, just to make sure that, you know, hey Google, you are allowed to go search this site. And then this is everybody. Okay, and then put your site. It's always kind of good to put your site maps down here too. And then go ahead and save changes. And then we'll go to discussion. Again, this is pretty self-explanatory stuff. Default article settings, you know, attempt to notify any blogs linked to from the article, allow link notifications from other blogs, pingbacks and trackbacks, allow people to post comments on new articles. And you'll have an option to be able to allow comments to be moderated or not, and it's a good idea to moderate them so you don't get a bunch of spam just automatically getting approved comments on your blog. So I like to do it manually. Comment settings here. Email me whenever anyone posts a comment. A comment is held for moderation. Before a comment appears, comment author must have a previously approved comment, or an administrator must always approve the comment. If I have comment author must have a previously approved comment. Normally if I approve one, they're not going to be spamming. Alright, hold a comment in the queue if it contains 2 or more links. Down here, when a comment contains any of these words in its content, name, URL, email, or IP, yada yada, 1 word or IP per line will match inside words, so press will match WordPress. So you can put words in here that you want to automatically block. You can blacklist certain words, etc. 1 word or IP per line, or an IP address if someone's harassing you, but I've never ever had to come here and do anything like that. Add avatar display, so you can show avatars. Default avatar, mystery man. You can change these, but a lot of people will be signed into Google, and like right here, this is like the admin's avatar. So if anyone has a Google account and they have an avatar and they comment, their avatar will show up on your blog when they comment. So then you go ahead and save changes. Then we'll head on to media. Okay, the size is listed below. Determine the maximum dimensions in pixels to use when inserting an image in the body of a post. So I just have it generic, standard 150 by 150, and I crop thumbnail to exact dimensions, and normally thumbnails are proportional. Medium size 300 by 300, large size 124 by 124. Again, these are pretty basic stuff, but you can change them if you like. And go ahead and save changes. And let's go to the last one, permalinks. Pretty important step here. I'm going to show you. Okay. So let's see, when you create a new page or post for SEO purposes, you do not want your URL to be page equals 123. Okay, I don't like to have dates. My sample post, well, that would be your post, but including dates, it's just not really good for SEO purposes. The post name, just the sample post, is good enough for me, and I think it's good enough for everybody else, to where your permalinks are going to be probloggingcourse.com, how to make a blog, and how to make a blog is going to be a keyword that you're going to be using, and it's a great idea to have that in your permalink instead of just numbers like here. Okay, pretty simple. So just click post name. Alright, optional. This is something that's optional, and I personally don't use, but you can definitely look into it if you want to. Okay, go ahead and save changes, and that's going to conclude the basic configuration. This is what you want to do as soon as you get WordPress installed. So the next thing we're going to do is the next tutorials are going to be about installing themes and plugins. So go ahead and make sure you check that out and follow along, and pretty soon you'll have a blog set up and ready to start blogging. So thank you very much, and have a great one.